The balance mile means backward, then sideways, then skip, and finally sprint, but each drill going from very low levels. And for each drill, you're going 2 sets of 100 yards and walking back to the start, or walking the curve. So between the drill and the walking, that adds up to a mile. Now let's look at that scalability. You could just get comfortable walking backward first. In elderly, that has been found to be an effective screening process not to fall down the stairs. How does that work? Improved ability in balance to the demand. But if you get one thing from this video, it's not that you need to do this track routine. It's just the concepts of balanced ability. For me, it was working against a sled backward that got my knees off painkillers. I started noticing I could play my sport again, but it was training the range intentionally below my sport of basketball that then kept me off painkillers 10 plus years now without a setback. For my mom, her hip problems dissolved, and she most credits that to what balanced out the most overused thing for her: 50 years working at a desk. Well, this is quite opposite of that, getting below the range of sitting and letting that hip stretch back. And this also scales from really low levels. So hopefully that's making some sense. So you work backward, then go sideways. My dad's been doing this one. He's now the regional salsa champion. That's a lie. This one's really just to loosen up, and it kind of gently preps you to go forward. And then when we go forward, rather than just taking off sprinting, the skipping kind of preps the power, but also the ability to slow down because you have to jump and land. Ease into the skipping. If you have kids, you've probably noticed that they don't even have to be taught how to skip, and they just skip as you become adults. Just ease into that. And then, who says you can't do this for the running part, just being on the balls of the feet? This stat goes viral about 95% of people after the age of 30 will never sprint again. Well, one, no shit, we don't have a lot of opportunity to. And if you've been a trainer, you know that adults just all of a sudden being like, I'm gonna sprint, is a tremendously high chance of injury. So the whole point of this routine is not to avoid sprinting, but not to get hurt sprinting. It's to gradually build up your resilience and ability to sprint at a level that feels good for you. So hopefully you got the point that you don't have to do this routine. This is just one more potential skill that I hope to give you that you can then use the rest of your life. For all my exercise skills, we still maintain the lowest price to have your form coach. There's no long-term contract. So the whole purpose, I remember starting this from my gym, and I didn't want to go online. I didn't want to be on social media, but so many friends wanted to do my programs from different places in the country. And it was like, okay, well, if I'm going to do that, I got to be able to see your form because this is unusual stuff. And so that's what I did then. I'm like, all right, how low price can I get this to coach form? We've been able to keep it the same ever since. So thanks to everyone for supporting, making this possible. I'll never stop saying thank you that I get to be out here just sharing my knowledge, volunteering, helping kids as my job. So thank you. Catch you on the next one.